So what does life after 50 look like? Well, it looks like this. Hello, we're in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Welcome, and I want to share with you that it's very, very possible to escape the matrix in the United States. It's possible to live alone in a foreign country, and it's possible to actually fulfill the dream of traveling around the world. So in this video, I just want to go over what this YouTube channel means to me. Why do I make these YouTube videos? Why am I living in Cambodia? I get a lot of these questions from you, my subscriber, and I'd like to answer those questions today. Let's get started. All right, first of all, I just want to say, as a mature woman of age 55, I had this dream to travel the world. I had a dream that when my last child, who is now 21, is mature enough to take care of his own business, where he doesn't need his mama no more, that I was gonna make a plan. I was going to pay off my debts. I was going to save money, and I'm going to hit the road with a backpack and just do it. And then, you know, I did that. I did that 3 years ago. I made it work. And then after that, it was like, what's the next chapter in my life? You know, like, I sort of want to settle down just a little bit, just a wee little bit. I still like to travel. But I was like, what is it like to live as a foreigner in a Southeast Asian country, Cambodia, for long term, to actually be integrated in the society, in culture, and can I do it? As a solo female traveler, can I do it? You know, like, are there any harms or dangers? Sorry, I just hit the camera. You know, because I get a lot of those questions from you, my subscribers. If you're female and you ask me, is it safe? Well, yeah, it's very safe. I've had no problems at all living here in Cambodia. But the main thing, you know, I wanted to break down why I make these YouTube videos. Well, I don't mind speaking in front of the camera. I love interacting with the camera. I love talking to you through comments. I love doing the live streams, because then we can really talk one-on-one instead of just the video. So if you're new here and you haven't caught any of my live streams, please do. I make them twice a week, Mondays and Fridays, Cambodian time. So if you're back in the States, that would be like Sunday night, Thursday night, US time, right? But yeah, I love to interact with my audience. But there's more to that. Like, what I want to do, the purpose of this content right now is not just to travel around and show you different places. I mean, you can catch that on any YouTube video, right? Any travel video will do that for you. My purpose is to show you how possible it is to live in Cambodia, in particular the main capital city of Phnom Penh, to live here dirt cheap, okay? Compared to US standards. Now, I know there's other places in the world that are probably cheaper than here, but, and I use the word cheap, just comparing it to, you know, the US and how the cost of living is over there. I don't mean no offense to any people that actually live in Cambodia, because I know this is your way of living. Maybe it's not so cheap for you, but for us Americans, it's very reasonable. And it helps us to thrive. And that's the purpose of the videos, is to really just show you, especially when I'm out there doing the live streams. I take you to different cafes, I take you to coffee shops, I take you to restaurants, I take you down by the riverbank, you know. I want to bring you into something that's real, you know. I want you to see it in real time. I want you to react in real time. I want you to ask your questions and write your comments in real time. And that's the purpose of the live streams. And I love it. I love it. I mean, I think it's fantastic. But the main biggest reason is just to give you the courage to say, hey, if this old chick on YouTube is out there doing it, I can do it. Male or female, okay? Or maybe you're an alien from Mars. I mean, you know, I'm wearing a freaking chopstick in my hair, and I'm using one for a microphone, but hey, it's all good, right? It's all good. You can do whatever the hell you want out here. But the backbone of the whole thing of moving is you gotta have a plan, all right? I didn't just pack my bags one day and say, you know what, screw it, I'm moving to Cambodia. No. What I did is I made a plan in my head years before it even happened. Even years before I hit the road to travel, I was like, okay, I need to figure out, where is the money coming from? How much am I going to need? How much should I have in backup savings? Am I going to be able to make money online, or is it just all going to be savings? You know, what am I going to do, in other words? And everybody's situation is different. You're going to be different from me. Your lifestyle is different from mine. I'm just telling you how I did it. But then there's 3 top things you got to know before you hit the road and come to Cambodia. Is number 1, you got to make a plan, okay? Where am I going to get my cash? Is it through pension? Is it through Social Security? Am I not retired yet? Do I have to work online? Can I get a teaching job out here? All of those things are very much possible, right? And then number 2, once you got that backed up and it's like, okay, I'm good, how much money am I going to need for emergency? Like, what if I get hurt? I don't have health insurance, you know? It's possible. What if, you know, just something happens, like somebody rips me off and I need backup cash, you know? I personally, this is what I did. I had about $5,000 in emergency backup cash before I hit the road. I had other cash to travel on. I have $5,000 in backup, and I recommend at least $3,000 to $5,000 stashed away in a backup savings account, something that you can get to quick. Mine's sitting in a credit union right now, so if I need to transfer money, I can move it from my credit union to my bank. No problem, real fast. Liquid cash. And then another thing I would say is make sure, like, if you do come out here to Phnom Penh, and let's say you don't have online work, and you're out here trying to get a teaching job, and let's say you're out here a good month, maybe 2, and nothing's happening for you, and your money is starting to go down, right? Because you're paying for a place to live, you're paying for food, you're paying for transportation. I would recommend, if you came in on $3,000 or $5,000 and you're down to your last $1,500, you better split. You better buy a ticket and you better get back home, and you better just regroup and start all over again, because you do not want to be stuck out here with no money. It could be a really bad scene. Cambodia does not have a social security kind of system out here. It's not America, guys. Just not, okay? And besides the emergency money, ooh, the wind, you know, we're having a really nice day today. I love it. Besides the emergency cash, you also gotta have courage. That's number 3, is courage. I totally, I get it. You're probably scared to death. You're packing your bags. Let's say you've already got the job and the money lined up. You've already got the backup emergency savings. Now you're like, this shit's gonna be for real. Like I'm gonna be packing my bags. I'm gonna be quitting my job. I'm selling off everything. I'm scared as shit. I am so scared right now. I don't know what to expect. Then the anxiety, the butterflies, I get it, man. I've been there, I've done that. I know exactly how you feel. And let me tell you, that is 100% natural. If you didn't feel somewhat a little scared of the unknown, I don't think you'd be alive. I mean, I don't think you'd be human, because that's part of life. And what do they say about fear? Fear is false evidence appearing real, right? So really a lot of that is just in your mind. You hear all these negative things about Cambodia, like, oh, they're going to sell your organs, or they're going to snatch your purse or snatch your wallet right away, or they're going to rip off your phone. I mean, all of things could be possible. I'm not saying that they're not. But just in the short time I've been here, which has almost been a year, I haven't seen any of that happen, okay? I haven't seen anybody been accosted on the streets of Phnom Penh. I haven't had anything ripped off from me, and my organs are all right here, okay, baby? So you can either believe it, or you can say, I'm gonna go do it anyway. But another thing I recommend is, even if you don't pick Cambodia, do your due diligence and do your research, okay? I know a lot of people watch YouTubers like you watching me, right? I did the same thing. I watched several different travel channels for years. I was getting different tips from different vloggers, but I also went online and, I did my own research about the countries that I was interested in, and then narrowed it down to the cities or the rural areas that I was interested in. Like, what's the crime out in there? Is it safe? What's the crime factor? What's the economy like? What's the weather like? I mean, there's just little things like that. If I need to get out in emergency, where's the U.S. Embassy? You got to do your research, is what I'm saying, on your own. Okay, so just don't take some chick from YouTube's word on what to do. Do your own due diligence. But let's say you got all three of those down, right? You got it down, and you're like, man, I'm ready. I put in my resignation at my job. I'm ready to roll. Then go for it. Go for it. That's what I did. I was scared, but I went anyway. There was no turning back. I escaped the matrix. I was like, the will to leave and get out of debt and the chaos of the United States gave me the courage to step into a new life in Cambodia. And like I said, I've been here a year and I freaking love it. Like, I got a mango tree behind me. Okay. I mean, you don't see any mangoes yet. It's not mango season, but it's a fabulous, fabulous city. And I highly recommend you do check out Phnom Penh, Cambodia, if it's on your radar. You may enjoy it as much as I do, or you may hate it, but you'll never know unless you try. And that's the one thing that I want to hit home with. But besides all of that, like I said, the main reason I do YouTube, I mean, I'm retired, okay? My job right now is serving you, my subscriber. And if you're not my subscriber, please subscribe and ring the bell. It would mean a lot to me to have you join this crazy train in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. But yeah, it means a lot to me, and it's like, it gives me something to do, right? I love shooting the videos. I love spitting the information out to you guys. I love taking you around town. It almost feels like you're with me, you know? I mean, you're with me technically, but you're not. You get what I'm saying? You're not here physically, but if I can bring it to you through the power of video and audio, That's what I love to do. And like I said, it fills up the time being retired, because now I have a lot of time on my hands, you know? But I do enjoy doing the videos, and I love interacting with you. And I'm gonna have to say, even though this is a small channel, this is one of the best communities. I don't know how other communities are on other YouTube channels, but you guys rock. You rock. And like I said, if you're new, I want you to rock too. I want you to get aboard. I want you to see what it's like to live out here in real time. I know there's a lot of rambling going on here, but I just feel like, you know, I have to spit out my thoughts every now and then. I have to share what I'm feeling in my heart. And I want to say, hey, look, I'm living proof that I got out of the States on an $800 pension. I'm living on $650 a month. Look at these nice apartments around me. Like, I'm doing very well. I'm able to save money at the end of the month. I have more money than I have debt. I zeroed out my bills. I don't owe anybody anything anymore, and back in the States, and I'm able to save and I'm able to invest. You know, it's the most fabulous, freeing feeling that you'll ever have in your life. And then once you get here to Phnom Penh, you're gonna feel a sense of calm. You're gonna feel like all of the anxiety and the negativity that you're carrying luggage back from your prior country, eventually it's going to just start to wear away. It's just gonna fade away, and you're gonna feel really, really good. The longer you stay, the longer you're gonna get it, and the more you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. I just wanted to say thank you to my community. You're the most fabulous in the world. You've helped me raise more than half the money needed for my eye surgery. My goal is $3,600, as you can see, and we've raised $1,846. Woohoo! You guys rock. And hey, let's keep the train rolling here. If there's any way we can hit the second eye so I can go ahead and schedule that out, that would be fabulous. Just drop $1 in the fund if you can. And if you can't, hey, just go ahead and share it. Share it in your community, on your different social platforms. That works just as well. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. So there you go. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. And again, you are the best community ever. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit the bell. And before you go, you might want to catch this next video. I love you so much. Take care. Peace out.